a PSA. If you have to go to the bathroom, go before you. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm here to talk shit. You're here to listen to me talk shit. Are you here to hear what I have to say? Today we will be reviewing The Mint by Jessica Dye. And let's start by saying I like it. I like the show. I like the people on it. I don't dislike them that much. We're only on episode 2. This will be a review of episode 1 and 2 because we're getting content out, okay? So let's start. So we start with episode 1, opening up to Jessica Dye's music video. I do not know what song it is. I guess it's catchy. I'm not sure. It's her, a few other girls, and then I know she has light skin Keisha in it. I don't know why I'm blinking out lately. And of course it's cute. She's rhyming or whatever. It's a vibe, I'm assuming. But I noticed when she had on her bathing suit, I said, well, our girls that got their body done look the same. Like, if you've seen it, you know what that looks like. Like, they all have the really big butts, but then their body looks square, bulky-ish. It doesn't make sense. Not like, it's a good portion of them. Like, a lot of them, they look square at their bodies. I don't know what it is doing, but they just don't look right? But that's not my business, right? So as we get onto it, they introduce the girls and everything. The girls are introducing themselves, and they are really pretty women. Every last one of them, I think, are beautiful in their own way. Okay. And it's just, I just think they're pretty. I think, like, as the seasons go on, the shows, as now that TV shows go on, they really pick some pretty women for these shows where you're supposed to be like a bad bitch. So I am excited about that. I don't know if all the girls were at the auditions, but I do see some girls that were at the auditions. I looked at one window, I saw somebody. And I noticed that like, some of the girls were at the auditions, and then, like, I was pointing out Ferrari, and I'm like, how did Ferrari get on the show? Like, she wasn't at the auditions. And I watched it because I remember seeing Queen D. We seen Heaven. I think we seen some other people. Like, you've seen people on the auditions. So why Ferrari? I don't know. But I think that is excuse me. I guess I'm happy to see her around, so I guess, whatever. And then we fast forward to the house before they photo shoot. So it is Black and T-Wood who's pretty much going at it, because T-Wood said that she asked the producer didn't know, so Black kept going at it, like, kept talking. And she was just pretty much like, if she doesn't know, she doesn't know, like, shut up, just, like, wait. And of course Black didn't like that, but let's think about it. Black's young. Black looks like she's probably like, she has to be like 20. And if she's older than that, and her behavior, you gotta clean it up, babes, because to be that old and to act as if a child is wild. But Black kept calling her a lizard, and I was like, who is she talking about? Like, I'm thinking about all the girls in the show, and she's like, that lizard, ma'am. T-Wood does not look like a lizard. She is not one of the prettiest girls on the show. Like, she is beautiful, fire, right? And I like her personality. She reminds me, within reason, of myself. We'll see. Maybe Gorgeous reminds me more of me, but, like, you know, whatever. But, you know, as we're watching, I'm looking, and Black lace is just not it. It's not it. Like, take the wig off. I get it, right? We buy these wigs. You know, money ain't money like it used to, right? This ain't pre-pandemic money. This ain't 2022, 2020, 2021 money. So the money ain't money like it used to. But that lace could do a lot better. It was just, her bob is just a hot mess. She look like Edna, which ain't nothing wrong with that. So I guess it carried over the argument to the photo shoot, which all the girls, okay, let's not say all the girls. A lot of the girls look good. And I like how they had on the sparkly bra tops and everything like that. So that was like right up my alley. Because that's besides the point. We're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about this. It's right up my alley. Like, I like that. And then, like, Black came in with, like, looking like her dress gave very much. It'd be nice to go to, like, a church dinner, or if, like, you would wear a shawl with that, of course. But, like, she was going to somebody's dinner somewhere with somebody's grandparents, right? And Jessica, you could tell from the when Black was talking, she was like, no, this ain't gonna work. And she's like, she gotta go. She gotta go because she asked, like, she's like, where your shoes at? And she's like, these are what I got. Ma'am, you came to a photo shoot, you got sneakers on. And there's nothing wrong with having little slides and then, like, put your heels on later, but, like, you didn't come off like that. You said, this is what I got. She said, well, you gotta go. But we know at this point, we don't know. But Jessica just talking. I don't know if she gonna really send any girl home without elimination. I mean, prior to elimination. You know what I'm saying? And then she says, oh, well, after the photo shoot, they're not going home. They're not going to the house. They going straight to KOD. And I love strip clubs. I love them. I love the essence of them. All right. So they go to KOD. All the girls change into their cute pink outfits. I don't know how they all knew to bring pink. I don't know how they all. I can't say that. They probably all got like a roster what to bring, but in my mind, I'm like, oh wow. You know, I don't think deep into it. So then Diamond introduces Queen. Queen is like the house mom. She's gonna pretty much be Diamond's right hand man, and woman. There we go. And she was like, oh well, I gotta do a smell test, and she's over there smelling ass. And she tells Ferrari and Tenasky, we gonna call her 10. Ferrari and 10, they pretty much they need to go like freshen up. And Ferrari is like, I don't stink. And then like she's like she wiping her pussy and putting it in people's faces. And all I gotta say is this, right? I just think it's so funny because you try to diss bitches every season that you were on, whatever show you're on, you're like, oh, this pussy don't stink. Ha ha ha. Your bitches stink. Your pussy stink. And then like somebody was like, yeah, that ain't smelling right. And then she's like, that's not true. That's not true. And then go put it in the security guard's face and said, well, he said that it smells just fine. A nigga will say anything to hit. We've seen show time and time again where they trying to do all these shows, the security guards, 9 times out of 10, they here for security, they gonna get that check, but they gonna cut and open something else. So I don't understand why she felt like as if what Queen said was trying to like be a, what is it, I can't think. A dig at her. Like, if she said you're not smelling too fresh, okay, go freshen up and call it a day. It's not that deep. But she took it deeper than that. And then she was like, oh, well, I ain't wiping nothing. And Queen was like, okay, well, then you can stay back here. I don't care. And she just was like trying to like plead her case when I'm like, oh, you don't realize this is not a case that you can plead. Like, these people are not, this ain't, what is her name? This is not Lex show. This is not Lucky show. You're not gonna get away with your mouth. Like, they gonna shut you down. This is real life, right? I think a little too many people let her get away with whatever she wants to say because of not who she is, but let's say who she is. And we all have that friend where you're like, you're not on nothing, you're not gonna hit on nothing, so you can say whatever you want to say. I'm not gonna buck at you because I know I can take your ass up. Right? So all the girls start dancing. Queen kicks 2 groups off. I don't know. No, I know it was 10. And another, the group with Black in it, right? Oh, it was Black and West, 10 and whoever 10 was with, right? And said that they weren't hype enough and they weren't doing nothing. And then later on, Diamond let everybody come explain themselves and see who she'll win the bag. And who won it was T Wood, and I don't know who else was with her, but I know it was T Wood. And then later on, she like reneges and says, well, on my way over here, I thought nobody should really want it, and and I'm like, okay, let's start by saying this. I have never been a stripper, so I don't know stripper etiquette, right? But, and I know when you're in that field, you have to be very aggressive, very dominant, very demanding, right? But when you're on a competition show, I would assume that you handle it differently, and that's why the girls did what they did. Not because they felt like they couldn't do it or they wouldn't do it, but because of the show that we're on. Like, you know that you don't, when you came out there wasn't that much money, so it's not that they go get your portion. So I'm assuming that they went a different way, but I also understood what T-Wood was saying, like, that's really good to stop the whole show to just clean some money up. And, you know, like, people are watching you, people are looking. Just like how Queen tried to tell the girls, like, oh, well, we're always watching, people are always looking, clients don't want to talk to you if you look one way with a different client. And I'm like, well, if that's the case when you're on stage, wouldn't that really translate over to that? But Donald's trying to say it doesn't. Which I understand, some places are different. Yeah, you might have to clear it all off when you have other girls come on because people don't understand etiquette and people want to get a little full of themselves. But there's other places where a bitch would be humble and she know, like, okay, when I came up here, it looked like you had about 2-3 grand. And then we were all together, we had 4. So I'm gonna just take 2 and then let y'all have the rest. Like, have what you made before I to me. Or I'm gonna just take like 1,500, like whatever makes sense, right? So, yeah. But then, I think, okay, for people to call it Queen Missy Elliott is wild, okay? And I'm assuming you don't know what Missy Elliott looks like. That's one thing. The second thing is, this is gonna sound weird. I don't want to call Queen aggressive because she's a black woman, and I know that can be taken incorrectly. But in the show, when she came up and got the girls off, she was kind of mean about it. And I would say aggressive, but we're gonna use different terms. We're gonna say she was very blunt up front and demanding about it. There we go. So then later on, they're in the locker room. They're gathering up. I guess Dom was supposed to like speak some stuff into their chest. I don't know. She's supposed to hype them up or something. And Rozay and Ten get in a fight. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Wow. So then we go fast forward over to episode 2, and they start right back where they began when Rozay and Ten got in a fight. And Rozay's not playing with Ten. And she just wanted to get at her. And Ten was like, I don't know what I did. And I'm like, no sleep combined with a lot of things will make you get punched in the face. So that is what it is. But then Wes came up to Rozay, was like, you pushed me, da 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 da. And she's like, okay, you saw that we were fighting, like, whatever. And Wes was like, nah. And then Rozay walked and she's like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do? And Wes was like, girl, why even say anything? Like, we know that they were fighting. Why confront her if you didn't want to fight? Like, if I get pushed, not if I get pushed, but if people are fighting and then I get like pushed or touched or like, you know, a little jolt, I'm not gonna be mad because they're fighting. They're not paying attention to me. They're paying attention to the person that they're fighting. We're not thinking about everybody else. We're thinking about the two right here. So it was very unnecessary. It did seem to be like cry, not a cry for attention, but she wanted her little 10 minutes, and yeah, that didn't sit over right with Jessica, because Jessica addressed it later on. But no, okay, Jessica addressed it later on, pretty much saying like, hey, like, that was pussy, pretty much what you did, and if you weren't gonna do anything, you should have just sat on it and just left it alone. And while she's talking, she says something to I guess Edible mumbled something under her breath, like, I'm not a dancer, I'm a rapper. And Jessica's like, oh my gosh, do you make money from this? Like, are you getting booked? Do you have shows? Da, 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 da. Whoa, right? And this is going to be a very humbling moment, right? Because to say to that girl, oh, are you getting booked? Are you booked and busy? Because if you're booked and busy, why are you here? Jessica, prior to this, and we're going to say this on the mass, not from where Jessica is from. We're going to say this on a grand scale. Nobody knows or knew who she was outside of her being a stripper. You don't know who she is. Like, even now, at my ripe old age, and her being on Love and Hip Hop and some more stuff, I've never seen Dom headline. She's not a headliner. Shit, I've never even seen her as little people at the bottom. You see Coil Ray before you see her. So I don't understand why she feels like she is this, like, mega star. Like, I can't fathom thinking, not saying I can't fathom thinking so highly of myself. You can think very high of yourself, but know where you at in life, right? And it's like she thinks she's Beyonce on a Whoa Vicky budget. Like, I'm not understanding where we're getting at, because you think you're up here. I've never seen you headline. I've never seen you be a special guest, anything, like in a real club, nowhere. Maybe you do have these. Maybe I'm just not around. Maybe it's in Atlanta. I'm not sure. But I've seen a lot of posters. I've seen a lot of things. I've even seen fucking Krishan headline. Baby, I have not seen Jessica Dime do that at all. So I'm very confuzzled, but that's besides the point. Right? And then to tell people, like, nobody's like checking for you. Like, we were checking for you, babes. Right? Just like Black China. Good God. Why am I saying Black Diamond? Black China. Prior to Black China being Tiger's baby mama, she was just known to be a stripper. Now Black China's like a fucking mogul. But that's besides the point. But if Black China was just to stay a stripper and then became, like, even now when you say Black China does this, you'd be like, okay, she's been on TV. She has lip gloss. You wouldn't think of her doing music. You think of her being people's baby mamas. Like, you don't think about her music, even though she's done it, right? So then we fast forward. They get to the house. We already said what happened at the house, and they go to sleep. They wake up, and at this point, Jessica's getting her makeup done by Pound Cake. I love him. I really do. He is so pretty. Right? So I guess West comes in, let me rephrase that. West comes in as the first girl that Dime has her one-on-one with, right? And West is pretty much telling her life, like telling her story pretty much, and then she's like, yeah, I can't do her nursing because of the gun charges she has. And Pancake says, I said, he is funny. But then she goes on and talks about how her brother passed away, and that, you know, like, her brother raised her pretty much because her mom was in the streets, and she's like, she's not gonna go too much into that because, you know, out of respect. And I was in here with my boyfriend watching, and I said, and Jessica was like, I understand. And I'm like, why do we give our parents so much respect, right? Like, now, let me rephrase this. Let me get my words. Okay, let me grab them. Not why do we give our parents respect, because I know why I respect my parents or the people that I do respect, right? But when your parents make decisions, right, in life, and you're not part of those decisions that they make, you don't have to respect them, right? I don't ask to be born. Respect is not a given. I'm not obligated to respect you. It's something that you earn. My parents earn to be respected. I respect my parents because I respect myself. I respect my parents for different reasons. But if you choose a lifestyle, a drug, certain things over me, you do not get respect from me. I do not respect a lot of people because of their life choices. You don't have to respect people. And this whole, oh, that's your mama. I don't give a flying fuck who it is. I'm not going to just respect people because they say, oh, well, that's your parent. Okay, Ann, I didn't ask to be here. I did not say, ma'am, can you please have me? Nobody asked that. And I'm not saying she's wrong for saying that, but like, you have your brother's pretty much your parental figure. That hurts. But to know that you have a mom or just parents in general who were like, oh, well, this is bigger or better or whatever. And I'm not talking about people who have addictions, but even then, like addiction too. Maybe I'm gonna cut this out, but if I do, I'm willing to take backlash. But at some point during addictions, you have to pick somebody. You do. You make everyone makes choices, and that's pretty much all I have to say, right? If you want to respect it, that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm just not gonna do that. All right. And then T-Wood comes in, and T-Wood is so pretty. Like, she is so pretty. And when we were watching her on the first episode, you couldn't really see. Not saying you couldn't see, but like, you know, instead of seeing her dead on, you're like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. She is a very beautiful woman. And now I'm talking about how she was walking around naked and everything like that. And I'm like, oh, she might be it doesn't matter. We're not gonna think about kinks, okay? But she's talking about how she has 2 kids and pretty much she just had to get things done and do what it do because her baby daddy's in jail and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I feel it. I ain't got none of that issues, but I understand, right? So then after they cut from that scene, they go to where I don't know what was happening. I don't know why they were arguing, but pretty much Black and T-Wood started arguing again. And Black keeps calling T-Wood a lizard, and I'm like, ma'am, okay? T-Wood does not look like a lizard. That's 1. 2, even in Black's confessionals, like the slick back, I don't know if it's a ponytail or she's done it herself. I'm very confused by her hairstyles. I am. I just don't get them. Like, even the slick back, like she had these, like your sideburns come out and everything like that. And I'm like, is it a wig? Is it like a lace front in the front? And then like, cause it just doesn't, it's not giving. And to keep calling somebody a lizard is just wow when none of your looks have hit on anything, right? So they fight. The fight was very weak. It wasn't much of nothing. But then everyone's like, hey, like T-Wood's face is messed up. And we think that like Black had diamonds on. Black had rings on. Why am I thinking diamonds? Maybe I need to go do something with that. Black had rings on or whatever. And I guess just because over her. So Black might be going home, which I am excited about because her personality is not it. So then they go back to where Diamond's having her one-on-ones with the girls. And Gorgeous is the next one up, which Gorgeous is a beautiful woman. She is so pretty. And Gorgeous is just telling her what she has plans to do and all these other things. And how, like, you know, she's just addicted to the fast money. Is it, I don't even know if that's her who said that. It may be. And that, like, you know, she does other things. But she really likes the fast money, so that's messed her up in life, which is understandable. Because if you could make rent in a night, I understand how that could give it to you. And then I think it's a few more girls. And then they go out and it is Rozay, 10, and somebody else arguing. I don't know the other girl's name. Remember, it's only episode 2. So I'm not really good with names right now. And Rozay and 10 has been going at it for a while, or arguing or not liking each other. I don't know what's really going on. And pretty much 10 was like, who got beef with me? If you got smoke, come on. Like, apply pressure pretty much. So Rozay took her rings off and they go at it. And, well, they don't go at it immediately. She takes her rings off, she prepares. 10 goes upstairs, gets dressed. That girl come riding out, she slides, she shits herself. And that's where we're at this point. We don't know what happened. And not what happened, we know she shits herself, but we don't know what the fight really looked like. And I'm just like, how at your ripe ass age do you shit yourself? Mind you, I'm judging because I think that's something that you should do beforehand. if you say, okay, I'm a little scared, let me go do my little ones and twos in the bathroom and get myself together, then that's what we have to do, right? But she didn't do that. She just said, fuck it, I'll hold it. You can't hold it. Like, y'all know when people die, they, like, all their bowels come out, and, like, we didn't know whether or not she was okay or not. She could have died, because, like, that's the sign. So we should really, like, ask questions. Like, I think this is a PSA. If you have to go to the bathroom, go before you get in fights. Just like before you get in the car, because if you get in a car accident, now your drawers are dirty. And now they're judging. And if you have a cute guy who's coming to save your life, or woman for men, now they know that you shit yourself. And now they're judging you, and they would not come out and be your boyfriend or girlfriend now. Or lay with you. So this is more of a PSA. Like, use the bathroom before you go fight. And I'll see you guys next week with my other videos. And that's it. Bye.